Hello everybody, 27th of March 2025. It's about 2:50 in the afternoon. And well, I'll get to the news here in just a minute. I'll just explain a little bit of where I'm at here. If you look at some of these houses here, I see this is possibly, I don't know if that's stairwells or elevators, but it might be an older house, and that it is more than 5 floors. So you have to put an elevator in. I think it's a law in Belarus. It's not in Russia. I've said that before. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5. So see, there is no elevators over there, even though it's actually the same place, same house. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7. So that's where they put in elevators. These parts right here. And over here we have a Catholic church.
Откуда приехал, вижу?
Of America.
Откуда?
Америки.
Америка? Слушай, а какой штат?
Huh?
Штат какой в Америке?
Washington.
А Вашингтон, негры. Там много у вас негров.
Это Запад, нет?
Негры у вас.
Нет, Восток, Запад.
Негры у вас есть. Слушай, как вас негры не обижают?
А?
Негры бьют вас?
Бьют вас?
Белых негры бьют?
Белый?
Белых негры.
No.
Негры, говорят, обижают?
Нет.
Обижают?
Нет.
Обижают. Я видел в телевизоре, вы им ноги целовали, негры. Белым людям ноги целовали.
Я не знаю.
Ну что ж,
Okay.
все, Америка, этому Трампу привет передавай. У
Okay.
него папа красивая, жена, красивая папа.
Okay. Let's see.
Все, давай, Америка.
Beautiful papa? I don't know. Oh, does he mean Trump is a beautiful dad? I don't know. So anyway, this is a Catholic church over this way, because you can tell by the cross, I guess, you know, that it's not the, get past these trees here, maybe you can see a little bit better. It's not the Orthodox cross when you see up on the top of here. Yes. Oh, by the way, there was in Romania, there was a Orthodox priest, and I guess he was, was it today? He was out on the streets, lots and lots of people, thousands of people there, talking about Ursula von der Leyen, that she's a demon. So, just while we're on the subject of churches and all that. So, anyway, what else we have here to talk about? I'll talk about a few things before I forget, otherwise I might forget. I didn't write anything down, so if I don't have it on my notes, I might forget. They caught a spy today in Russia, and it was somebody supposed to have been in the Rand Corporation, you know, American company, but he was actually a spy. It was a Ukrainian spy, by the way. And I guess he's probably trying to recruit Russian spies. That's what it is anyway, but they got that guy. And what was some of the other news? Oh, I forgot now. Oh, things I didn't write down. But, well, it's not, you know, little pieces of news, but let's talk about the other things here. Jeffrey Goldberg, he's this guy that works for the Atlantic, and he's the one that's putting out this stuff about this leak, Intel leak, or whatever the deal is. And it would, you know, he released more information. To me, it sounds a little bit damaging, but I guess when they were interviewing Tulsi Gabbard in Congress, she said there was no places mentioned and no names mentioned, and none of the crucial information. And it's obviously it's not any kind of war plans, but they did mention a few things I saw, and it was like, I think when they're going to actually launch, they just didn't say what they're going to hit. Yemen, I guess, but when these airplanes are leaving the USS, I guess, Harry Truman, you know, I guess that tells the Houthis or the Al Ansar Allah when these guys are coming. So anyway, what is this tourism place over here? Look at that. Okay, let's keep going here. Anyway, this guy's just got kind of a knucklehead anyway from the Atlantic, but I don't know. But it did seem kind of bad. So, I don't know, I was wondering if Mike Waltz is going to get into a little bit of trouble or not because of that. Looks like there's going to be probably grapevines here. Look at all that stuff hanging out there, so very soon. Still, look at this, everything, trees are all looking like they're dead. I don't know, that one might be dead over there. Who knows? Okay. Wow, look at that. What is that? A tower up there? Somehow. Okay, keep going here, Dookie. Stop getting distracted. But anyway, obviously this is driven by the Democrats, and Biden had a lot worse things going on during his place, but they're making some huge deal out of this. So we'll see what happens about that. I don't even know where I'm at, really. I know where to go to get out of here, but I haven't been back here before. So let's do this stuff. Democrats. Another thing, there was 4 U.S. soldiers. They're doing exercises in Lithuania. The United States, they're having exercises all over the place. And they had this huge one that was going all the way from far north in Finland all the way down to Romania. I can't remember what that one was called. Thousands and thousands of UN soldiers, and it was going for months and months. As a matter of fact, I think it's still going. But anyway, there's these soldiers right now, and they keep putting out some information, and I don't really know that it's true. They said 4 U.S. soldiers died. First, they didn't know which nation they were from, and then it was U.S. soldiers, and now it's not even certain that they died. But I guess, what was the name of that vehicle? Some sort of a military vehicle, and they found it like drowned in a swamp or something. So if these people had not turned out or turned up for some days, I don't know, maybe they are gone. It's on the border of Belarus, Lithuania and Belarus. So, obviously they're going to be blaming Russia for something here. As time goes by, probably, as soon as they can't find them. Let's see. I don't know. Nothing's been announced. Macron, these people, and it's but he can't. I don't think he can outdo Kaja Kallas. These people are coming out with their warmongering, and it's like Kaja Kallas. She's from Estonia, so it's like a chihuahua saying they're going to beat up Russia or something like that. All 500 in their army, in their military, I guess. And Macron, he's coming out really, and he's saying Russia will not set the conditions for a lasting peace in Ukraine. And I don't know what the heck that's supposed to mean. Well, I don't know. Let me. He had a meeting with Zelensky. I'll tell you that background first, and and you know what Zelensky and his PIS plan. He's still trying to force his PIS plan. His PIS plan is basically that Russia should surrender. This is weird. These are some of these garages here. So getting distracted. Somebody did some artwork here, kind of nifty. It's not really graffiti, it looks like. Somebody painted that. Okay, and let's see. But what, they're trying to talk tough. I guess you call it posturing. It's like Kaja Kallas, a woman that was privileged her whole life while she was growing up in the Soviet Union, in Estonia, and her and her family, they lived a very privileged life, and big apartment and all of it. And then I think she's coming out and saying how she suffered under the Soviet Union, and and how much she hates Russians, and I think some reporter asked Zelensky what are the things that keeps him going, what keeps him going against in this fight with Russia. And his first number one was the hate of Russians, that he hates Russians. So that's the most important thing, that he hates Russians. It's like when he showed that the other day, his favorite painting was the Kremlin burning. So this guy, he's just your typical Nazi. He's your typical Nazi. He just hates and more hates. Look at a garage. You want a garage? Okay. So let's see. But I don't know. They're doing a really good job, I think. At this whole thing. And there's people that are putting this out that the whole goal is to kill Slavs. It's not just me. Other people are saying that too. Fico has said that too. Robert Fico, the leader of Slovakia. Oh, look at this. I got to show you this. Oh, it's one of these nice. It's actually an older model here. It's a Lada. And these things are so fantastic. You get an American or a Japanese vehicle stuck in the snow or stuck in a ditch. This is what pulls them out. So you see this little thing right here? It's got some good wheel coverage. I mean, distancing here. Look at it in the back, pretty high. So, but anyway, Ladas, they pull out the American vehicles, like Jeeps and things like that. It's pretty interesting. I saw that when I was living in Germany. Okay. But I don't know. You know, I keep thinking that it's well, it is a game. It is a game that Macron is playing and Kaya Kallas. So let's see. Oh, and another thing, Zelensky put out. I guess that was that today or yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I shouldn't say it when these when people are right nearby here. Nice hair. Anyway, he said that Putin's not going to live long anyway. He's not going to be alive very much longer. So what does that tell you? Oh, I guess that's when, not when he was in, that's when he was in Germany. That's when Zelensky said that. You know, he's making the beggar tour. You know how he makes the beggar tours, you know, periodically, maybe once a month. He goes around and begs for money and begs for weapons and begs and begs and begs. You know, they call him Beginsky, you know. Beginsky, Mr. Beginsky, going around begging for more. And I guess there's supposed to be some meeting. I think it was today, as a matter of fact. It kicked off. I think they call it the Coalition of the Willing. All these people that are getting behind Ukraine, that is not in the European Union, by the way, and is not even in NATO, but yet it takes more money than any NATO country. You know, it's just incredible. Not even in NATO, but more NATO money goes to Ukraine than it goes to anywhere else. That's kind of strange, doesn't that? Doesn't that sound that way? And now Donald Trump, talk about money and stuff. Money that's normally going to Egypt. You know, I think I used to remember that they were like the second or third biggest recipient of U.S. aid money. And of course, Israel is always number one. And then there's a separate budget for Israel that they don't even talk about that gets them even more money. So they get huge, huge sums of money for Israel. You know, obviously, they're the biggest recipient of money coming from the United States than any other country on earth. And it used to be Egypt that was number two. I don't even know that. I don't even know if that's true anymore. I think, I'll tell you what, to be honest with you, I think it's Ukraine. At least under Biden, it was definitely Ukraine, more so than Egypt. And, yeah. So what else is there? What was I at here? Anyway, the United States says unless Egypt takes large numbers of the former inhabitants, well, the soon-to-be former inhabitants of Gaza, when they kick them out, they will not get U.S. aid anymore. So you either take them, or you get you know, take these Gazans, or you get no more money coming in. I don't even know how much it is, to be honest with you. I don't know how much or how well Egypt can take care of itself. I don't know. It makes you wonder how well or how much these countries need aid. Yes, and in spite of this energy ceasefire, again, Ukraine is attacking places. This time, one of the places they attacked was in the Crimea. And Maria Zakharova came out and was talking about that too. And it makes you really wonder, well, how come they're not mentioning this stuff in these peace talks? That Ukraine just keeps violating and violating. And I think they did twice. So how many? It's at least 5 times. At least 5 times that they violated the ceasefire, you know, against hitting energy infrastructure already. So what do we have here? Shadow. Shadow, is that a... I'm not too sure. That doesn't... Looks, you know, they make everything... They make it look like Harley Davidsons now. But I don't know. No, it's a Honda. I thought it was a Honda. Yeah. It's a Harley Davidson-ish looking Honda. But it's got some scrapes on it here. Yeah. Anyhow. It still looks like a nice bike. Which way should I go here? I'm almost done anyway. I don't have that much today. I was in class too. And yeah, I think it's like 6 violations they've already had now on the oil infrastructure. And again in Kursk, And of course, a lot of these things are being shot down. I'm only mentioning the ones where they actually got through, the drones got through. And, talking about more bombings, it just keeps on going. And Israel and all that. I mean, it's not really worth even reporting. That's one reason why it's going to be a little bit shorter this time, because they just keep on bombing, and the United States just keeps on bombing Yemen. So no end to that. But one of the things that that Ukraine attacked was it's a high voltage place, and that was in Bryansk. That was another thing. Of course, they're not supposed to be attacking anything, oil, gas, or anything that has anything to do with energy, but they keep on doing it anyway. Okay. Ooh. Somebody in the United Kingdom, I guess the United Kingdom itself, some high people, they were caught now selling secrets dealing with nuclear submarines, nuclear weapons and nuclear submarines to Israel. Can you imagine that? Now, Israel, remember, they used to have another intelligence agency, and I don't even remember the name. They got the Shin Bet and the Mossad. The Mossad is like the CIA, the Shin Bet. It's kind of like the FBI. And they had another agency, a special agency, just devoted to stealing nuclear secrets. And of course, most of the time it was in the U.S. I'll bet Jonathan Pollard, he's still in captivity in the United States. I think he was probably with that one unit. And Netanyahu and they all keep begging to have that guy. He's a big hero over there. He was a spy against the United States. Really makes you wonder, doesn't it? All these people that did the nastiest things to the United States are big heroes in Israel. And yet America and Israel are like supposed to be best friends, or at least the Congress people are the best friends. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. That's how it is. The people that do the most harm to you are the ones that are your best friends. Think up that one. Okay. I guess I don't know if this is big news, I guess, but apparently the minerals deal has been reached. And they're talking a lot about ceasefires and the peace things and all that and the minerals deal, but I guess the mineral deal has been reached now. And somebody was trying to press somebody in the Ukrainian parliament on, what's in this agreement, and they had to shut down parliament. They didn't want to talk about it. But it's not very good for Ukraine. It's very good for the United States. But who knows if they're going to follow that? Maybe the United States is going to get a taste of how well Ukraine obeys their agreements, their accords, So what it comes down to is the United States gets access to all minerals. It's not just these rare earth minerals or whatever, if they even have any in Ukraine. I don't know. There's some dispute as to how much they have of that anyway, or I don't know, even things like titanium and aluminum, I don't know. But it also includes gas and oil. So it's all minerals, everything, and pretty much anywhere. The United States has a free say in everything they're going to do. And it can only be canceled by the United States. It can't be canceled by Ukraine, believe it or not. I don't know, did I write down any of this stuff? And there's no security guarantees. None whatsoever. No security guarantees. So, what that means is the United States does not have to provide any security guarantees to Ukraine. It's going to come along with that automatically anyway, because the United States can go anywhere they want to all over. And I think that's probably what Ukraine is actually banking on, that some of these Americans are going to be someplace and they're going to get bombed, or they're going to make it sound like that happened, or who knows what. They're going to use something. Obviously, Ukraine wouldn't have done anything unless they found some little silver lining in the cloud or whatever like that. I don't know. Was Trump able to pressure Zelensky into that? Or maybe part of the agreement is that they're going to be really hard on the Russians, and Russians aren't going to get this or that or whatever the deal is. But I'll tell you what, if I were Putin and all that, I would be watching out for those people like, say, in Nikolaev, which I guess there was some little disturbance as well in the last day or so. Nikolaev, that's right near Odessa, and of course including Odessa and including Kharkiv, as a matter of fact including Kiev, because these are all Russian places and they have a lot of Russians there. So I don't know, what is Putin going to do as far as guaranteeing the safety of these people? And as I've said before, and a lot of other people are saying, well, not a lot of them, but some, the Russians mostly say, when the United States goes to war and does things, they do it for resources, exactly like what just happened, this deal with Ukraine. And when when Russia goes to war, they fight for people. They're out for the interests of people. And it shows over and over again, and that seems to be the absolute truth. Russia does not really go to war for any resources. They go to war for people. So anyway, that's about all I have to say. It's very short, and I'm happy you guys have joined me. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a little bit more. Right now I'm really busy, and it's very terrible to do these videos when you have like school all day, and I got other things I have to do as well. So, and you get your mind, I don't know, I get my mind into the schooling, and it's difficult to switch back into doing news like this, but anyway, I'll keep trying for you guys. Well, I'll show you around this area here before I shut it off. See some of the buildings here. Stalinist designs. Let me go see this archway over here. It looks really nice over this doorway. Make sure I don't get run over here. This is Prospekt Nezavisimosti. That's the biggest street in Minsk. Just thought I would show this before I sign off. Look at a star up there. I don't know if you guys can see it. So, okay, that's about it. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. So, bye for now.